What is the utility of an agreement or a memorandum of understanding, a commitment, if it is not adhered to?
I'll let you continue.
What is the usefulness of a memorandum of understanding designed to avoid conflicts of interest or the appearance of conflicts of interest if it is not adhered to?
Well, again, these were transparency measures that were undertaken, as we've talked about before. These undertakings went well beyond, in some respects, what would have been required, and so we welcome those. Again, we are not aware of any evidence of influence, undue influence, on decision making.
But what is the usefulness of an undertaking that is not, of a promise that is not kept? I mean, if they promised that they would disclose.
Well, Arshad, as I've described, there were dozens each year, dozens of.
Let's not mix oranges and apples. What you're doing now is what you did before, where I think you're talking about President Clinton's speech honoraria, right?
No, as well as foreign government donations to the Clinton Foundation
Okay.
and the Clinton Health Access Initiative. So these aren't apples and oranges.
Okay, well, I'm talking about the failure of the Clinton Health Access Initiative to disclose on an annual basis from 2010 all new donors. They didn't do it. They said they would do it. They publicly acknowledged that they didn't do it. And they publicly acknowledged that they were bound by the terms of the Memorandum of Understanding. So what is the usefulness of having a Memorandum of Understanding that is designed to promote transparency if the people who make the commitment to be transparent fail to do so?
Well, again, I think you're trying to draw again, what I'm trying to point out is that the MOU contained two different commitments, one of which had reviews by the State Department of the government donations, and we received dozens of such requests for review, and we reviewed every case that was submitted to us. So I don't think that justifies the conclusion you seem to be trying to get at, which is that the MOU wasn't implemented.
I'm not drawing a conclusion. I'm asking a question. Mm-hmm. And as you're aware, there are two instances in which the MOU was not adhered to with regard to foreign donations, correct?
Right, which has subsequently been
subsequently, but yes. Not real time, not as it was promised to be done under the MOU. So the question is, if somebody says, "I'm going to be transparent," and then they fail to be transparent, does that not call into question the utility of the agreement in the first place?
Well, again, I think the foundation is making efforts now to provide that information that wasn't provided, and I go back to what I said at the start. We're not aware of any evidence of undue evidence, right. Influence stemming from those. So
let's forget about the whole. Go ahead. For the time, let's